want to start with a huge congrats on the series. I've seen the first 4 episodes and they're fantastic. I'm so curious. I have a lot of things, but I think what I love the most is that there's no Skywalkers, Jedis, desert planets, lightsabers. It's focusing on a completely different place in the Star Wars universe. Can you sort of talk about that aspect?
Well, that's Tony Gilroy's vision and his writing, and where the moment in time that he's chosen to set this is at the heart of what you're talking about. We know Tony's writing, he comes from, he's written the Bourne films, he wrote Michael Clayton. We know that he writes so beautifully and intricately and deftly the spy genre. And that's the world we're investing in with Andor, this kind of spy thriller corner of the Star Wars world. But at the time we meet them is a time I don't think we've really discovered much or wrestled with much within the timeline of Star Wars. And that is where there is not quite a rebellion yet. We're so used to having the Empire versus rebellion. We have a very a burgeoning whisper of rebellion in this, but they are not connected in any way. There is no central force. They are so disparate. There is an understanding that there is an oppressive regime, that Palpatine is marching forward on that road to autocracy that we recognize, but there is no collective rebellion at this stage. So it's a bit murkier. We're playing in a world where it's less black and white, where characters have to really wade within gray areas in order to reach each other.
From what I understand, your character has had a lot of stuff in like the Star Wars novels. A lot of things have happened. Have you read any of that? And has Tony incorporated any of the book stuff into the series? Do you know?
I haven't read the novels. I have been a part of this for a while, and I certainly have played her at different moments, but I don't know the novels. And I'm not sure what Tony has excavated for source material. So I can't help you there.
It's totally cool. So you have a great scene with Stellan, and I'm not going to give anything away, but it's very well done. Can you sort of talk about working with him as a scene partner? And because it's such a grounded, it's just a very well done, it's very well done.
I think you're talking about the scene where we first meet Mon Mothma in this series, and we meet her at Luthen's gallery. Now, Stellan Skarsgård plays Luthen, who's quite an enigmatic character in this, and he has many faces. And she meets him, and it feels at once familiar, but also it's quite public. We meet a senator, and we know her as a senator, with a gallery owner. What's extraordinary is that within half a scene, we pull back the layers and they enter a private space, and we see a different version of the relationship between these two people. So straight away, it's multifaceted. So the joy of that as an actor to play, to be able to play within a scene, the public and the private, and to do it together with such taut dialogue. It was like swordplay. We had so much fun together. He's an extraordinary actor, and he's a delightful human being, and we were like kids in a playground on that set. You also would appreciate that set is so beautiful. The architecture of Luke Hull's design is stunning, and I hope it's as stunning for viewers as it is and was for us to play in it. It is so tactile. Everything in that gallery space was a piece of art. And when you look at it, you can see not just the artistry of Luke and the craftspeople, but you can see the history of the different cultures and the different timelines that inhabit all these planets on Star Wars. It tells such an amazing story in one space. So Stellan and I had a ball.
You might even see a Mandalorian armor on one of the tables. Anyway, I got to go. I'm just going to say congrats on the series. I've loved it so far. Can't wait to see the rest. Thank you for your time.